What's the haps? I'm Moroka, and I'm here to find out what I've been missing out on. Between the Steam sales and the indie bundles, I, like so many others, now own hundreds of games I haven't even touched. Now I'm finally going to find out if any of them are worth buying. So today, I'm going to be taking a quick look at Acceleration of Suguri X-Edition. The X makes it extreme! And if you can't tell from this title screen, this is a very, very Japanese title. This is by Rockin Android, who are notable for doing a lot of translations of existing Japanese titles. Also in the credits are Orange Juice, who I think may be the original developers. Actually a little hard to tell with these things. It's predominantly credited to Rockin Android, but I know they're noted for their translation work, so not 100% on that one. So you'll see it's got, yeah, this control scheme. Button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4. What are these buttons? It's Japanese. It's very Japanese. You're expected to know the button configuration. I believe the traditional Japanese control configuration is a ZXC is 1, 2, 3, ASD is 4, 5, 6, and QWE is 7, 8, 9. Which makes no sense to my puny Western brain, and as such I have simply plugged in my Xbox controller and remapped everything, because that makes more sense to me as a sensible human being. So, what is Acceleration of Suguri X? This is... well, let's jump in and find out, because it's a bit weird, and it's the only way to show you is to show you. It's a fighting game is what it is, but it's a fighting game with a really weird kind of twist. And of course, Japanese anime characters. Which anime girl fighting other anime girl would you like to be? Got someone with like a chakram and a juggling club. Suguri, obviously, our titular character, has a dagger. Or her alternate personality, Suguri P? I don't know. Nothing is explained in this game, I should add. I don't know why there is Suguri and Suguri P. This makes no sense to me. I don't know. She has a melon. Of course she has a melon. Kayoko, some sort of studious kind of person. Okay, sort of red and demonic, I guess. Nanako has floating bullets, because hey, why not? Iru has, I don't know, a floating, flying, robotic bat thing. Why the heck not? Let's go with Saki, who's got a club and a chakram. I have no idea how she plays, but we'll find out in a second. So, button 1, or as I mapped it to A, is our main attack. I don't know what my main attack is here. It doesn't seem to be doing a lot. Okay, it's this ring attack kind of thing. Each character has their own attack moves, as you might expect. It is a fighting game, but it's kind of in this circular arena, and everyone's flying around. In this particular instance, many, many miles above, apparently, the forest. And I'm getting my ass handed to me here. So A is our primary attack, B is our secondary attack, or buttons 1 and 2. Button 3, or X in this case, is dash, and I can dash around a long time. And it's got this heat meter in the top corner, which the longer I dash, the more I generate heat. Which caps out at, as you'll see in a moment, 300%. What the penalties are for capping out your heat meter, I haven't got a clue. You can just keep dashing. There's no penalty to dashing. You just hit 300 and keep going. You can just keep dashing. There's no reason to stop dashing, really. We've got a shield which generates over time, and I think I've mapped that to right bumper. Yes, and then that dissipates as soon as I use it. So I'm gonna lose this one, I think. Suguri's actually quite a strong character, I think. The others require a degree more skill. Suguri's actually a pretty good newbie character. Maybe, just maybe, that might be worth starting out with. Because I can't figure that one out. So, no. Let's mash B to get through the continue screen. And try that again. Arcade, standard, normal. And let's play Suguri. So like I say, there's no real story mode to speak of. All it is this classic arcade kind of fight your way through all of the other characters in the game kind of thing, in a variety of various landscapes. So I can fly around, and I can shoot lasers, which is actually pretty strong, because, hey, we're playing Saki, my arch nemesis, who I just was. So A is this laser thing, B is shoot a bunch of missiles in your face and they home in a little bit, which does quite a lot of damage overall. Y, or button 4, is this giant laser which aims at where the player is when you fire the button, so it's not terribly difficult to dodge. I think some of the characters have slightly different hyper move. I think that one is. There's like a hyper move and a super move. I suspect that was her hyper move. Super move I've got mapped to my left bumper, but it doesn't do anything if I press it. So what on earth a super move is, I don't know. But either way, I'm going to use my hyper move to fry her a bit and then fire some lasers her way. And he's literally just kind of, it plays out exactly like you'd expect a fighting game to play out. You both got health meters. Matter of fact, you both have 3 health meters for whatever reason. It goes on for a little while. You got a time limit. And whoever's got, you know, if you haven't defeated each other within a time limit, whoever's got the most health left wins. Fairly standard affair. And I can pop my shield there, which didn't really do well because I didn't time it very well. So I'm still winning this. It's okay. Suguri is quite a strong character, actually. It seems I've done better with Suguri than anyone else. And I'm not a well-noted fighting game player, is what I would say. I'm not in any kind of major fighting game leagues or anything. Just seem to have quite a lot of powerful attacks. I wonder if I can use my super yet, or whatever it is, hyper special? I don't know. There's so many different attacks, and yet you seem to just rely on the same 1 or 2 all the time. You can shoot, if you line them up correctly, projectiles out there, which is kind of nice. And I guess I won by health at the end of that. Oh no, I did defeat them. That's cool. I fight to protect everyone from what is never, ever, ever made abundantly clear. All we know is there are a bunch of anime girls flying in the air and fighting each other. And you know what? That's going to be enough for some people. Some people like this thing. There are entire tournaments devoted to this kind of thing. Whether there are actually any tournaments devoted to this specific thing, I couldn't tell you offhand, but all I know is I wouldn't be surprised if there were. If someone told me, you know what, there is an Acceleration of Suguri X-Edition tournament, I would believe you. It seems like the sort of thing someone somewhere would be doing. And it's an entertaining little title. It makes no sense, but it's an entertaining little title nonetheless. And I can definitely see the appeal of it. Fighting games are not my strong suit, and I can't get the hang of all the different characters beyond Suguri enough to actually make any real headway. So I'm not taking part in any tournaments anytime soon. But it's a good little diversion. So I think there's 7 characters, each of them armed with their own different skill sets and abilities. They've all got the standard dash, and then they've all got a primary, secondary, and special move. Like I say, what causes the super to trigger, I couldn't possibly tell you. I haven't found anything that does so yet. It doesn't seem to be linked to heat. It's entirely possible heat does have a useful mechanic within the game, but I haven't found that out. So let's just fire the special because we can, or hyper, whichever it is, I forget the difference. And finish! Haha! Ivaru, you are down! I don't know, I guess I won. I fight to protect everyone! From what? We still have no clue. So, Nanako! Strange purple girl with floating bullets! Because why not? And there are a variety of arenas, but they mostly are, honestly, fairly secondary to the action. You're not going to notice them, they're in the background. And they're, if I'm honest, a little bit uninspired. This is actually probably one of the more interesting levels because they've at least got some 3D modelling of mountains and stuff going on. Most of them it's just like a forest or an ocean kind of texture going on, and it's like, why do you even bother? It's like, it's water texture, it's hardly even interesting. You could use a plain colour, it would have been just about as interesting. At least this sort of mountainous canyons, sort of pinnacles, rocks kind of thing going on there. That's slightly interesting, at least. But yeah, I don't think many of the arenas are particularly in this kind of vein. Most of them are just kind of, you could have got the same effect with the texture. I suspect they probably did render a 3D environment of an ocean or something, but There's no need to whatsoever when it just looks like an ocean. Phew, it's over. Rank S. So yeah, we get all these rankings that I'm not quite sure what those are actually going on. Armor, I suppose, is perhaps damage taken. Time bonus, time taken, obviously. I suppose there's a combo, but whether it tells me that in the game, I've never actually particularly noticed. So Kai, strange red demonic girl. I've noticed she seems to be kind of a melee-heavy character, and last time I tried this, she did mess me up quite a lot. Yeah, and she's going to do the same again. This is as far as I've got in arcade mode, and entirely plausible. This is as far as I'm ever going to get in arcade mode. Whether missiles might be the way forward, I don't know. Let's try it and find out. Let's go with a missile-heavy strategy. Just run away and fire missiles. It's not really working, is it? Her special is definitely just a kind of blast you at close range. Kind of runs into the enemy and deals a ton of damage. Yeah, like that. She's chasing me down. So at least by dashing I can dodge her special. But she seems to be reasonably adept at dodging mine. If I can even actually use the damn thing. She's getting a lot of specials in. Whereas I'm pressing special and nothing's happening. This is another thing to note. There is no real way to tell whether your special is active. At least as far as I've seen. If there is, I have missed it entirely. There we go. I have no idea. All I know is it's been a while since I used it, so I'll fire it again and see what it does. Let's go with lasers. Lasers are good, right? Lasers might be more effective than the missiles. I don't think I'm going to win this. And yeah, when I try using this character, I'm not that good either. Okay, let's throw up a shield. Oh yeah, tactics. You get the tactics. Oh, that was a good hit. Shame I'm still losing. Oh well. So there's undoubtedly strategies at play here, but what they are, I'm not skilled enough to, you know, fathom. Ooh, might be able to do something with this. No, I don't think we can. This is unsalvageable. Come on. No, that's it. That was a close match. That was a close match. Haha, you got great moves. Continue, no thanks. Let's have a look at some of the other modes. So we're allowed to add our name, but for whatever reason, because, you know, arcade title, I can't type my name in with a keyboard. Why not? So my name is going to be 98. Yeah, sure. Why not? High score. Woo! And of course, arcade title, you're only allowed 5 characters, so I'm Maroc. Why not? This makes a little bit more sense when you consider this game originally launched on PS3, but that only lends a little bit of credence to the idea that it may be just a less than thorough port. This launched in February 2011 on the PlayStation Network, is now available on PC on Desura. I picked it up as part of the Indie Royale Summer Bundle. You can pick it up these days for £3.99 on Desura or $5.99 on PSN, roughly about the same amount, I guess, or various regional equivalents. And I don't know, for the price, it's a reasonably entertaining title. If you're into fighting titles, you'll probably get a bit of entertainment out of it. If you're not, maybe less so. If you're into Japan and anime and that kind of, if you're that kind of person, well, maybe there's a bit of appeal for you in that respect. So I don't know what these other modes are, so let's figure this out. Tonight's a holy night, a sacred holiday. It began as the birthday of a great person. Now it's known as the night an old man in red makes his flight through the sky. So we're talking Christmas, right? No one knows the true story, but long ago a beautiful miracle occurred upon this night. At least that's what they say. Well, regardless of miracles, holidays are supposed to bring happiness. That's kind of cute. We've got a different style going on here. That's nice. So we're having a party tonight, right? Party with everyone. I wish the night would come sooner. Hang on, these guys are all now seem to be like friends. They were just duking it out in the sky a moment ago. Right, whatever. Oh my, this is coming from someone who's afraid of the dark? Everyone's here with me, so I'll be fine. You're scared, aren't you? No, I'm not scared. Okay, okay, stop slacking off and get those decorations up, you two. Roger that. I'm back. The cooking division has returned with ingredients as planned. Welcome back. That's a lot of stuff. If we have this many ingredients, no one will have to go hungry. Time for us to get cooking. I'll do my best. I'm counting on you. So, what should we do, Hime? It sounds like all of the jobs have been filled. Cooking, putting up decorations, everything we could do is already taken care of. Suguri, everyone wants to express their gratitude to you. Eh? We put you through so much trouble and caused so many problems. Well, you don't need to worry about it. Hehehe. Well, we can just pretend it didn't happen, you know. Sheesh. By the way, why did you go against his orders back then? Again, where's the story in this? I have found no story, and they're talking about this. It was an act befitting a guardian god. What was an act? Where is the story? There's clearly a story or something going on here. We are never privy to this, as far as I can see. It seems like the sort of thing they should put up front. If it's in there, it's very, very well hidden. That's all I'll say. We'll launch straight into the game with everyone duking it out and no reason or explanation. Which is fine. You don't really truly need an explanation to why things are duking out in a fighting game, but at the same time, if you're gonna talk about backstory, a little context is nice. I don't know. Aha! Even so, it really is boring having nothing to. Wait, am I in visuals? Am I in visual novel mode? Yeah, that's true. I wonder if a miracle really did happen. Tonight's the night where miracles happen, isn't it? I know they say that, but I wonder if only something truly wonderful were to happen. Haha! What? Just now, you called for me. You're a fleeting illusion, faint hope. Illusion equals hope equals me. That just looks like some bloke. I was sort of expecting something a little more grandiose than just some average bloke. But whatever. Everyone, the wait is finally over. Eh? Oh my. Why aren't you more surprised, girl? No way, you can survive that, right? You seem different than before, too. No, that's not what I meant. The fall. What? Even after all that anticipation, this is the only reaction I get? Who are you? Me? Me? I'm... Ha! I don't know. Huh? Allow me to explain. Ah, Kyoko. You can explain this? Yeah. This guy's a humanoid robot created by the professor. Shifu, you mean? Yes, he might have been quite intelligent, but he lacked strength of his own. Driven by his lust for power, he decided to create a copy of himself. The result was this guy. Man, this is a lot of exposition for something I've got no idea about. Seriously. Ah, so that's what I am. Well, regardless of the finished product, he couldn't stand the idea of coexisting with a clone, so he just sealed him away. Oh, so he was sealed away all this time, huh? Honestly, Shifu just seemed to suddenly hate the sight of his own face, but they say there's a fine line between genius and stupidity. I guess it's true. So then you really don't pose any threat to us, do you? Don't call me you, call me nice guy. Really? Nice guy? Really? Really? Alright, let's go with it. Threat, huh? Well, I suppose he's dangerous enough. Eh? We were created without the ability to oppose the Professor's orders. Furthermore, we recognize his orders and authority through two aspects, his face and his voice. So that means, now I get it, if I order you guys around, you'll have no choice but to obey. Ah, crap. My. Yay, Professor, I've discovered my true purpose. Tonight I'm going to create a harem. Really? Really? We're going there? I thought this was a fighting game. Suddenly it's straying very, very dangerously into hentai territory. Seriously? Okay. Help us, Suguri! Kyoko! Hey you, let's do something else for now. We're having a party tonight, so if you want, you can join us. I'm getting the voices all wrong here. I know I'm getting the voices wrong, but I haven't really designated voices and there's too many characters to learn too fast, so I'm just throwing whatever voices at anyone. No way. Granny once said there's no greater pleasure in life than playing with women. Seriously? Your granny told you that to play with women? What? I as if you'd ever get to. Besides, no old lady would ever say something like that. Thank you, thank you. I can rest my head on their knees. I can use those knees as chairs or even beds. Eh? Suguri, enough already. Stop it. I might just mash my way through this because this is really dragging out a bit. I thought I'd be sort of there by now. Oh, here we go. Okay, so as far as I can tell, this is, I guess, exactly the same as the last mode, but we're doing it under orders this time instead of just for the lulz, I guess. Also, she's really defensive. Is she normally this defensive, or is this the mode that's making her defensive? I wonder if Kyoko is normally surrounded by a bajillion and one shields. But actually, oh, the shields attack. Okay. Yeah, the special does the job. Special works nice. Okay, where's that going? What's the shield doing? It's doing nothing! Okay, Kyoko is a very, very defensive character. And I suppose that's a cool playstyle of her own. Some people, I guess, might like defensive characters. It doesn't seem to be very strong against sort of just, you know, just bombarding with things. Also, that shield... Yeah, her special just seems to be a shield which doesn't actually really eat that much damage. I fail to see what that, like, 5 minutes or however long it was of friggin' exposition actually achieved in this context. Because we're just doing the same thing we were doing before. So finish! There's another 5 minutes of just anime ranting. I quit now. I seriously quit now. Rank A. I fight to protect everyone. No, I see. Okay. This mode differs by the fact that we get different characters pitted off against each other each time. So this time I get to play as a character I've never played before and have no idea how to play. Right, I get you. So I've got some strange missile thing going on that I can't quite figure out what the difference is between firing the two and firing a ton at once. Sometimes she fires two, sometimes she fires loads. Who knows why? The special is fire a bunch at once. But then the single shot sometimes does like a vortex, I guess. Ow. No! Frickin' lasers. Oh, I've got... Yeah, a lot of them seem to have the lasers. The supers or specials or hypers, whatever it is. I think it's hyper, that one. Pressing Y or button 4 is honestly not that... There doesn't seem to be a lot of variety. A lot of them just seem to have this crazy super laser thing going on. Which... a little bit, maybe a little bit lazy. You could have... For all the variety and all the different characters' attacks, the hypers could have been mixed up a bit. I'm not liking this character, by the way. It's a little bit arbitrary. Sort of. Sometimes it shoots forward, sometimes it shoots like a vortex, and then I don't know. It's not suiting me well. Maybe because I'm not winning. That's why it doesn't suit me. Those shields need to be... You don't get them very often, and they seem to need to be very well timed to actually block anything, I guess. Have I won this one? I haven't, have I? No. 3 seconds ago, I have not won this round. And that's that. Good lord. So, you got good moves. Thanks, I guess. And that's that. There is another one which is Pudding Deity, but all I can imagine that being is more of the same, but with a different story. I mean, it threatens to thrust a story upon me in the bottom corner there. Standard is continuous battle mode. The falling one to his Night of Miracles story. And Pudding Deity is Weapon of Sweetness story, which I think means we're going to get much more of the same, but with another chunk of anime exposition at the start, which I'm not going to bother reading through. We do have a versus mode if you want to actually, you know, do an actual versus mode, including online mode. I don't know what the matchmaking's like. Matter of fact, my firewall doesn't like it. There we go. Okay. So I can apparently force someone to play Suguri P online. Wait, what? Or are these just the options available amongst people who are currently online? Which suggests that maybe there aren't a lot of people online, given that there are only a few character options available to match me against right now. So if you like online fighting, there are some options there, and if you fancy playing against your friends, there are some options there. Me, I'm not good at this kind of thing, so no. Soundtrack's catchy, I'll give it that. Okay, not my kind of music, but definitely some people's kind of music, and for whatever reason this is kind of getting stuck in my head. I'm going to be humming this for the next hour, I know it. But there we go. I think that's pretty much a good quick look at Acceleration of Suguri X-Edition. Whether I have any call to ever play this ever again, I'm not sure. It's very weird, very Japanese, and I think an acquired taste is probably what it is. So, I've been Maroka, this has been Acceleration of Suguri X-Edition by Rockin Android, and I'll see you next time.